Hello children, welcome to another online civics lesson. Last week we spoke about our region and under that the administrative divisions of Sri Lanka. Today we will discuss about physical resources. Now what is a resource? Resource is something that we can use to get something done for a purpose. For example, water becomes a resource in agriculture. Vehicles become a resource for transportation and tools become a resource in manufacturing something. Now resources can be divided into two parts: natural resources and man-made resources. Natural resources, as you all know, are sunlight, fresh air, water, soil, hills, beaches, forests and many more. Man-made resources are buildings, vehicles, equipment, dams, factories. All things that are produced or manufactured by man come under man-made resources. There are a number of resources that are common to all the areas. For example, sunlight. We get sunlight all over. Air, water, soil, buildings. These resources are common to all the areas. And these physical resources are essential for man's existence. That means we cannot exist without these physical resources. There are certain resources that are unique to a particular area. Now, for example, waterfalls and mountains. Where do we find waterfalls and mountains? Mainly in Sri Lanka, in the central part of Sri Lanka, the hill country. Then gems. Gems are found in the Ratnapura area in the Sabaragamuwa province. Uses of physical resources. Now these physical resources are very useful to all of us. Sunlight gives us light and power. Air and wind generates power and it is used for industries as well as transport. Water for drinking purposes, for agriculture, industries and also to generate hydropower. Forest is useful to obtain timber as well as a tourist attraction. Minerals again for industries and transport. Let us conserve resources. Now it is our duty to safeguard physical resources for the well-being of the environment. That means to protect our environment, we have to protect the physical resources. Physical resources should also be protected to be handed over to the future generation. We must not be selfish. We have to use them carefully in order to hand it over to the future generation. A number of problems have arisen due to improper use of land, water, forests because people don't use these physical resources properly. They misuse them. And therefore conservation now has become a necessity because people don't know how to use these physical resources properly. Procedures that can be followed to conserve physical resources. Conservation of forests. How can we conserve forests? We can conserve forests by planting more and more trees. Making maximum use of resources. How can we make the maximum use of resources? Simple, we can reuse things. We can recycle things. Minimizing waste of resources. Now there is a lot of wastage going on because people waste a lot of water. There are various ways in which we can use water sparingly. People waste electricity, but there are ways in which we can use electricity carefully. Soil conservation. Building bunds and drains for water to flow down. Now if we don't conserve soil, then the soil can become futile. Refrain from adding non-biodegradable material to the soil. Things that don't decay properly or take a long time to decay, like polythene. Avoid burning of waste like plastic because it is very harmful to the environment. Use of alternate materials. For example, you can use concrete instead of timber or plastic because if you use timber, you have to cut down a lot of trees, and if you use plastic, it is harmful to the environment. So as an alternative, you can use concrete. Human resources. Now humans are also considered as a resource. Man becomes a human resource by developing his intellectual as well as his physical abilities. That means his knowledge and his physical abilities. Farmers, teachers, doctors, masons, scientists, engineers, all these people come under human resources. How can the value of the human resource be increased? The value of human resources can be increased by training human resources systematically. By training human resources, their abilities can be improved. When you train a person, their abilities and talents can be brought out. They can acquire professional qualifications when their abilities are improved. And when they gain professional qualifications, they can perform well in their jobs. And when they perform well in their jobs, they get paid well, they get economically stable. And when there are lots of economically stable people in the society, automatically the country will develop. Girls, I have 2 questions for you. First one is, state 3 reasons as to why physical resources should be conserved. You can write it in point form, and it's better if you can explain your point in about 2 or 3 lines. And please complete these 2 questions in your civics writing book. Have a good day.